Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. Judicial season is open. We are doing our best to introduce you to as many judicial candidates as possible. I think we're already got almost half as many candidates this year before you can actually get your petition signed as we had last year on the show. Check out Jack Glahane's blog spot, because that's where you can catch a lot of our interviews. He always is kind enough to publish them, and it's something also good to read. It is a pleasure to introduce you to a sitting judge in the 8th Subcircuit, Judge James Kaplan. How you doing?
Avi, how are you tonight?
Good, thank you. And thank you for coming here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a lawyer, and let me start. I'm a husband, a father, and I was an attorney for 39 years, and I've been a judge for about 6 years. 5.5 of those have been on the Illinois Court of Claims, and now since December 6th of 2010 on the Circuit Court of Cook County.
And for Southsiders, he's also from South Shore.
Originally, yes, yes.
So what kind of court are you sitting in right now?
Well, most new judges, and in fact practically all new judges, start out in traffic and misdemeanors. So I hear traffic and drunk driving cases or some violations of ordinances and the like. And that's where the training ground is for new judges, and within a short span of time I'll probably be transferred to a different division.
Are you downtown right now?
I am at the Daily Center. I have a courtroom on the 4th floor.
And I can imagine you were probably really happy when you got appointed.
Yeah, it was an opportunity, and I after being a lawyer for 40 years and admiring the work of judges all that time, and a growing respect for the judiciary, it was really an honor to be asked to join the judiciary, and when the opportunity arose, I agreed to do it, and it's been a labor of joy ever since.
No, that sounds great. So, okay, you're downtown, you're doing the judge thing, you've been doing it for a few months. Now it's campaign time, but you can't campaign like a regular politician. You can't get a soapbox and for 40 acres and a mule.
No, you can't. And living within the law is not only the role of a candidate, but also of a judge in particular. And the law for judges, as you just said, is very, very particular and peculiar. And I can't comment on issues that might come before the court, and I can't ask people to support me financially, and I can't do all of those things, and I intend to live within those rules. And so it's difficult to go up to people that you don't know and talk to them about running for office. I mean, over the years, it's never been an issue for me to be able to support candidates that I thought would do a good job. But for me to go up to people and say, will you support me? It's a very different role, and one that's been an accommodation for me.
No, that's, so you've got to hit, you're going to banquets, you're going to events.
The whole circuit, and meeting people. The joy of this is, my practice as a lawyer was a people practice. And so being with people from people who are not as well educated and being with university presidents have been a joy as a practicing lawyer and as a person who participated in public service for 20 years before being on the bench. So meeting people and talking to people is a wonderful thing for me to be able to do. And this is just another avenue, except that in this instance, rather than meeting them on one level, I'm asking for their support, which is a different kind of circumstance.
Completely different. And by the way, we do actually have a couple of acquaintances, actually more than a couple in common. Your lawyer is my favorite election lawyer, Jim Nally.
Yes, wonderful man.
Absolutely. And hi, Jim, how you doing? And you're also using Granger Terry.
I am, as they're doing the logistics for me, and doing quite a great job on that too. And they're a joy to work with as well. I just wanted to.
Hi, Phil.
I just wanted to, for the purposes of this interview, I just wanted people know that there's not just a lawyer dimension and a judicial dimension, but I was in public service way before that. I was a member and chairman of the Illinois State Advisory Council on the Education of Children with Disabilities, and a member and chairman of the Illinois Board of Higher Education, and so my background is in educational issues as well as law, and I'm a father of 3 children. In fact, my son, I just was in Iowa City, and he's a lieutenant in the Army and a medical
Wow.
student graduating from medical school next year, and he's now doing 2 rotations at the new Walter Reed in rehabilitative medicine. I have a daughter who's a special ed teacher, and I have a son who's older and living at home with us, and he's got some medical issues, and he's doing just fine, goes to work every day. So I've had a very, very varied, wonderful life, and the opportunity to serve now as a judge is just frosting on the cake.
That sounds great. Listen, it's important when you really enjoy something like that.
I do.
So, so I mean, do you already have? Is Granger mapping out a schedule for you? Are you mapping out a schedule?
Well, it's in the it's a work in progress, and it always will be till the primary. And so, yeah, there's a lot of different events that I go to that they plan for me or that they get appointments with, and then I am around and hear things, and I go to events. I was at a couple events last night, and just meeting different people and talking to them. I was in the 46th ward and in the 2nd ward last night. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of this.
Yeah, that's very varied. Are you enjoying meeting all these different people?
Yeah, it's a process, and running for office is something that this is really the first time I've ever done it, and so getting used to the schedule and being in court all day and then coming out of there and going on to these events is something to behold. And the campaign is a lot of peaks and a lot of valleys that it's begun already. And like you said, petitions are going to be available on September 6th. And that's going to be the next real movement. The judges in the 8th Subcircuit will all have to have at least 1,000 signatures, and that means a multiple of that, because you never know who's signing your petitions. You're not going to get an ID card from them, and you know how that is. And so that's going to be the next process, and meeting all the folks and the political officials who are in the 8th Subcircuit. It's a very, very diverse district, a wonderful district to work in, and so it's really it's a real wonderful opportunity for someone, and just the campaign itself is something that it's kind of a wonderful opportunity.
In our remaining, actually less than a minute now, the district actually goes from as far north as Rogers Park, the southern end of Rogers Park.
Goes all the way to Peterson on the north and 2600 on the south, and basically from the river to Ashland Avenue on the west. So it's really a huge landmass and a great diversity of folks.
No question about it. If people would like to contact your campaign,
they can. You can contact my website at www.judgekaplan.com. The phone number for the campaign is 312-222-1776, and the headquarters of the campaign is 158 West Erie in Chicago, 60654.
Judge James Kaplan, we want to wish you all the luck in the world. Good luck in the election.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Okay.